Man, you know I'm about to do this then. So I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and run some. I'm gonna run it like this. Mm-mm.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Enemy soldier inside.
Yep, that's a wrap.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
By the camera and he got an XLR mic. I know he's a producer. Hey, actually, I'm on here doing freestyle.
Alright, no face, no case. We getting it in this game. Man, if they did Halo like they do COD, man, shoot, I'd never return. Where y'all trying to land? Oh, let's go over here to right here to our right. I can't even see what this called. Yeah.
Moving here.
No, this way. Or are we all going a different direction?
Targets are up. Go take them down. Enemy intel located. Capture and secure the intel point to discover the next gas spread. Be advised, there's an enemy squad gunning for you.
Taking effective fire! I'm reloading!
Hey.
Loading.
Oh, dang. Oh, I got there too late. Dang it.
Stand down.
I like my guns too.
Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination.
I'm reloading!
What in the world? What is happening?
Took a round!
Bro, that was just...
I'm back on station!
Did they take my guns where I died? 'Cause... Here come yellow. Oh. Oh, never mind. No, don't take my weapons. Don't take my weapons. No, 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 no. Nah. I had this and a blue thing. Yeah.
Custom weapon here.
Let me see that. Oh.
Assault rifle marked.
That's kind of nice, but I'm good. Got the MG though.
Loading.
Oh. Alright, now we got our team together, so we should be Gucci. 1, 2, 3.
Time's up. Enemies erase the intel.
Oh, we're missing a guy, aren't we? So on me is green, yellow's over there. Where the heck is blue? Well, we can't help you if you're by yourself. They're shooting to our left.
Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
Chasing mag.
Changing mags!
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
Man, I need to build a class.
Disregard that. Mark the target. Changing back.
Reloading!
I know you're pissed off. I know he ran. He or she. Oh, shut up. Nigga shooting at me.
I'm hit!
Oh, up the hill somewhere. It's a pretty good shot though.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
No!
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Another one. Oh,
Took around!
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone. Juggernaut suits dropping into the war zone. Squad mate has entered the gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy. Squad mates in the gulag. They'll fight for a shot to redeploy.
oh, you came clutch with this thing. I can't even lie. Oh, what the?
Your squad mate failed their mission. They're headed back to base.
Come on, buy me back.
How in the world did I die? And I got no place. It's wild. I think I got enough to buy one, right?
Your squad mate won the fight. They're redeploying now.
Skills closer to. Oh, shit. Oh, the plates. There we go.
Come on, buy me back.
Is that the nearest buyback is right there?
Move to the safe zone.
Oh, we got hella people.
Gas is moving.
Well, if y'all come with me, that way I'm not by myself. Oh, and a PDW. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, we gotta stick together. Stick together. Storm's coming. Go tunnel roll. Yeah, we going.
Changing mags!
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Taking effective fire.
I'm reloading!
Come on, buy me back.
Yeah.
Armor box marked.
You think we can get to him? We can try. a little risk though. Alright, yellow, let's see. Up the street. Oh, he died. That has to be like the only buy station. So that's... Oh my gosh. It ain't worth it. Dang. Mark another one.
Reloading.
Buy station marked.
Bet. Mucho mejor.
Loading. Mark the target.
Oh, he went underwater. He got surface again.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Come on, yellow, where you at? Yeah, you upstairs. Alright, bet.
Come on, buy me back.
We're going, we're going. I just happened to go the long way.
Enemy UAV is online.
Taking effective fire. Changing mags. I saw the light there.
Got him back.
Get to the safe zone.
Oh, that's a bed. Let's go hide.
Losing ground. Moving.
Oh shoot, I didn't even see that. Thank you. What up, Green? Welcome back.
You're being tracked by an enemy squad. Evade and survive.
Are they actually coming for me? Oh, they really are. Okay, well, I'm going upstairs. Oh my gosh. Dang. Here I come.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Oh, he came back for vengeance. Oh no. No.
Contract failed.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Target down. Changing mag.
Dang.
I'm back online.
Wait.
Come on, buy me back.
Man, he's gonna have to chill though.
Moving here.
Cause it's hot. It ain't worth it. You got one immediately on your right and 3 to your like front left.
Buy station marked.
Oh yes, now that works.
Mark the target.
It's mad funny how like casual the landing on this is. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm in the air.
Your squad is getting you out of here. Stand by.
Oh, bro, go,
Come on, buy me back.
goat activities.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
We got everybody back now. We just don't have weapons. Otra pistola. It's better than nothing. Dang, I got heartburn. Bad.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Look around! I'm reloading!
God, shoot.
You've got gas moving in.
Somebody behind us. I'll lock in. Give me a second. What in the world? No way, bro. I had to drop on that. Come on, man. I need to go ahead and just give up. Did we lose? Did we lose that battle? Because that's stupid. I'm dead. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they got hella people over there now. Dang. I was gonna say that wasn't even working. Just gave away his position. Nice. Alright, yellow.
You were 1 of 10 remaining.
16th.
We lost that one.
Oh. I thought we were doing better than that.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Shoot, I'm down if they're down. Oh, psych. Let's call it a day.
You gotta be careful where you get your hair cut. I can remember this one time I went, we just moved to a new area. I didn't have a good barber, and it was a predominantly, white area, which is fine, but I had to roll the dice on a white girl cutting my hair. And I walked in there, and I said, you know what, she looks like she might know what she's doing, and so I went in there, and I shook her hands, and it's and I sat there, and I remember watching her do the line, or watching her do the fade, and then I remember there was this turning point where my shit looked just like Gumby. I told her, I said, this will have to be the last time I come in here. I appreciate you doing this for me, but you ain't got it. And it's important, I think, when you think about your appearance, that you have to just be honest. Being nice is one thing, and it's is the standard for making diagnoses, yes. Right, and it's not a very good standard, though, is it? Well, it is the standard. You have a higher lifetime risk of alcohol use and smoke than men. That's a, can I read that right? And what you rate a lifetime of alcohol misuse and smoke than women. In general populations, any women with bipolar disorder also report severe emotional disturbances during perimenopause, when estrogen levels are decreasing in men, and that there does not appear to be an increase in risk of mood episodes in pregnant women with bipolar disorder. Episodes that begin during pregnancy go within 4 weeks of delivery. Is that before we cut off the postpartum psychosis? It is particularly related to the physiologic changes that happen at the time of birth. Since then, the literature on postpartum psychosis, well, it's not in the Bible, but the reports by the people who are advocates, an expert consensus panel, describe it.
I talk about anger a lot. Because I recognize, like, hey, man, it's in there.
Trying to tell me my homies can't come in. They leave here. See them ready. I don't know what they talking about the door. One time he just showed me some notes talking about all your homies can't come in. Bitch, I bet they come in. If not, I'm not coming in. It's fake ass prom. What? We got some real critics ready to come in here and attend. I better respect this shit. Real critics. Respect this cricket. Respect this tripping. Until we start tripping in this motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. If they don't let us in, we're gonna leave. You already saying. What the fuck are they saying? I'm gonna tell you. What are you talking about? This will be my last time coming here. Better respect this tripping.
computer setup for running Pro Presenter in worship. In this video, I'm going to break down in detail for you my 10 favorite components for building a robust and reliable computer graphics machine. This is going to be the machine that runs your lyrics and motion backgrounds for worship, sermon slides, a confidence monitor for your band, as well as it's going to send lower thirds lyrics to your live stream and other video content to distributed video destinations around your church. Maybe you have a TV in your lobby that you want to have scrolling announcements. Computer graphics can get very demanding in a church environment, especially as your church grows from small to mid-size or larger. So in this video, I want to set you up for success to scale and grow. What is the best computer setup for running Pro Presenter in worship? In this video, I'm going to break down in detail for you my 10 favorite components for building a robust and reliable computer graphics machine. This is going to be the machine that runs your lyrics and motion backgrounds for worship, sermon slides, a confidence monitor for your band, as well as it's going to send lower thirds lyrics to your live stream and other video content to distributed video destinations around your church. Maybe you have a TV in your lobby that you want to have scrolling announcements. Computer graphics can get very demanding in a church environment, especially as your church grows from small to mid-size or larger. So in this video, I want to set you up for success to scale and grow that video system. Real quick, go to churchfront.com/toolkit for all of our gear recommendations for the local church, worship, and production ministry. We've bundled together our favorite recommendations of gear and AV solutions that are tested, they work great for churches, and we want to save you a ton of time and research, so go check out that toolkit and learn more. Ingredient number one for a computer graphics system is an obvious one. It's the computer itself. We recommend using a Mac Mini. The amount of power they pack, even in the base model Mac Mini, is incredible. It's plenty sufficient for most church environments for running lyrics and graphics and other videos for worship. If you're going to be running a high quantity of screens from this computer, and when I mean high quantity, I'd say anything beyond 3 unique screens, and you have to count the computer monitors that are plugged into the computer, which might already count for 1 or 2 screens, so you can actually operate the computer. Then you have a display for your congregation, whether it's a projection system or it's an LED screen for them to see the content. You might have stage display screen, you might have a lobby screen. If you're going to start running lots of screens, that's when it is worth getting a better, more powerful version of the M4 Mac Mini. If you want to play it safe and future-proof yourself a bit with scaling up your video system and having the power to have more outputs, I would go with this version here, the 899 version that has a 10-core CPU, GPU, and additional RAM, as well as some additional storage. I think it's worth to have a little bit more than the default 256 gigabytes of storage, because a graphics machine might have to hold a decent amount of graphic files, whether that's images or videos, that could quickly start to take up the hard drive space on this computer. Yes, you can get by with a less expensive Mac Mini, but be aware if you start increasing the amount of video outputs from the computer, or if you're going to start loading a bunch of other apps onto the computer, you're going to probably face some performance issues. If you want to beef it up even more with additional GPU and graphics processing, especially if you have a lot of outputs going on, then I would opt for the M4 Pro Mac Mini. If you have budget, I'm not going to try to talk you out of getting a Mac Studio, but in my opinion, it's kind of overkill for this application. The M4 Mac Mini performs very well in the majority of church environments.
Turn any text into speech instantly using AI and 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about one very special feature of Studio 2.0, which is the ability to create your own unique plugins. So I've pulled up this project that just has a few tracks on it. If you've watched some of our other videos, you might recognize the song. And it sounds like this. nice, but I'd love to find some ways to make this keyboard part sound a bit more interesting. In this Studio 2.0 interface, I can double click on a track to open up this bottom effects panel. And I can add effects like a compressor or a delay. But what if I want to do something that isn't one of the built-in 7 plugins that we have already? Well, with the Studio Chat, which you access by hovering here or by clicking enter, you can ask to create a new plugin. So there's a bunch of different things we could consider here. Maybe we create a plugin that, adds some warm, tape style saturation. Maybe we want to do something experimental that involves pitch shifting things. Maybe I want a stereo doubler. Or maybe we try to make them all into one thing. Who knows? Make new plugin that is a stereo doubler and adds saturation. And I'm going to let it kind of actually figure out how it's going to design the doubler part from a signal chain perspective. It should have a knob, should have knobs for width, warmth, mix, and crunch, which I'll let it kind of figure out what these are going to mean. And if I press 1, I can open up the chat and see the long-form conversation that I'm having with this little Studio Chat agent. And now it's gotten back to me with a plan. Let's take a look. So width, yep, the spread of double voices. Warmth, there's going to be a tilt towards even harmonics, nice. And crunch is the amount of odd harmonics. That sounds good. Mix is going to be the dry wet blend, which feels appropriate. Build it. So while this is working, I should note that the plugin that gets created right now is unique to your account. So it'll only exist for other people if you send them this plugin embedded in one of the projects that you share. And then once you've created it one time, it'll always live in a special part of your plugin library called My Plugins. So you can see if I say add effect, there's this My Plugin section at the top here. And this is where the plugins that I've made in the past live. In my case, I've created Chaos Engine and Chaos Storm. And now you can see that Stereo Doubler plus Saturator has just loaded on it. So let's bring this to the track and see what it sounds like. I should probably put on some headphones to see if this is working. Okay, it seems like it wired up our width backwards, where 0% is all the way wide and 100% is mono. This is technology that's still in development, so we'll work on ironing out some of those kinks. But in any case, the plugin is sounding really nice. Okay, let's make another one. How about please create a plugin that pitches the audio up an octave and delays it around really fast to make the audio sound sparkly. You can figure out the UI. And we're going to see what we get back. Okay, Crystal Sparkle, it's ready to go. Let's take a listen. That's kind of funky. So now we have the Stereo Doubler plus Saturator and Crystal Sparkle in our plugin library. And the ability to imagine a brand new plugin that's unique to you sort of is the ability to imagine a new way to manipulate audio itself. Anytime you go to use Studio, you'll have these available as plugins that you can use and lean on. Just another way to build a unique style. I actually wanted to try adding these to my drum track and see how they sound, specifically the doubler and saturator. Update the width. I'm having trouble with this width slider. I just learned that if you option click, you can edit that value by hand. Cool, so that's knocking. This was plugin authoring 101 within Suno Studio. Going forward, we have a lot of ideas for plugins we want to bring in here, but we also want to enable you all to share your plugins with each other Maybe there's cool ways to trade plugins and maybe even transact around them someday. So let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know how we can make this better. I know for me personally, I want to see some sort of vocal tuning plugin, so hopefully we can get that in here soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please drop any plugin ideas you have down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Actually, but Jake, I can just build my own custom gaming PC to run ProPresenter, and your Mac and your Sony expansion chassis are all cool and all, but I can put in unlimited PCIe cards in my custom PC, and I can have 65 teraflops worth of RAM and 54 petabytes of storage. In fact, it's going to allow me to run ProPresenter with 12 4K displays, and I can play Flight Simulator during the service on a custom PC.
You know, if you want to do that, that floats your boat, that's totally fine. For most church situations, Mac is always the better route for your computer setup. We've had situations where clients have tried to use a PC, maybe they got a really super powerful spec'd out gaming PC or something crazy, it just doesn't play well with ProPresenter. No matter how much ProPresenter tries to say they play well with PC, we've never seen it be consistently reliable. Up next, you're going to want to have a place to put your computer. We believe strongly at Churchfront that churches should have the top-notch professional integration with all of their AV equipment, including computers. That's why we like to rack mount computers in equipment racks. This is going to look different and custom at every church, but the tool we like using to rack mount and secure computers, especially if you have multiple Mac Minis, is the new Sonnet Rack Mac Mini. It is a 2U rack mount system, and you can fit 3 Mac Minis in it. And it has the power button on the front, so you don't have to press the power button on the bottom of the computer. I also recommend just keeping your computers on pretty much the majority of the time. It's good to restart them once in a while, but when you're trying to remote into your computer, just keep it on so that you can remote log on to the computer, you can edit stuff, you can work on ProPresenter. It's just going to be much more convenient, and these computers, they're going to be fine if they're on all the time. My third recommendation is the Sonnet Echo 3 rack mount expansion chassis. The expansion chassis is a really incredible tool to allow you to start using PCIe cards alongside of your Mac Mini, and you'll see in a moment why these PCIe cards are so powerful. This chassis allows you to use up to 3 PCIe cards for lots of additional inputs and outputs for USB and video, as well as network. You could also put additional storage on your computer with SSD cards in here. There's lots of options and customization with an expansion chassis. Recommendation number 4 are the PCIe cards that I would recommend putting into the expansion chassis. You've got a DeckLink Duo 2 as well as a Sonnet Allegro USB. These are 2 of my favorites, but beware, you want to customize these to your specific needs. If your church is trying to do 4K video, then don't use these ones. There's a different DeckLink Duo that you want to use. That's why at Churchfront, when our premium members are wanting to spec out a system like this, we can hop on a call with them and help them walk through those details. So if you're wanting to build a system like this and work out those details, become a member.
I thought it was a joke at first. Then I started scrolling. This one looks amazing. And this one too. There are way more choices than I expected. If you spot something you like, don't overthink it. Just grab it before it's gone.
Vinted, you can just snap, list, and sell with ease, with 0 selling fees. Bags, basics, those pants you swore you'd wear but never got around to, even that dress from 5 birthdays ago. Turn fashion and more into cash. List from your room, sell without the hassle, and get paid stress-free. Declutter fast, earn even faster. For fashion and so much more. Download Vinted and start selling today.
So you can go to the Sonnet store and browse all of the products available from Sonnet Tech to see the types of PCIe expansion cards you can put in the computer. And this allows you to kind of nerd out with the custom build of your computer, and the Thunderbolt technology is what really enables this, because you're going to have one Thunderbolt cable that goes from your Mac Mini into the expansion chassis, and then it opens up a whole world of different input and output cards for your computer. The reason we like tools like the DeckLink Duo is you can see it gives us SDI video outputs directly from ProPresenter. So when you open up ProPresenter for a video screen selection and output, you're going to see the DeckLink Duo as an option, and then you're not dealing with the computer's built-in HDMI or Thunderbolt ports for those displays. Because if we're trying to build a professional, robust AV solution, you don't want to be going from HDMI or Thunderbolt or USB out into some sort of adapter or dongle, then into a converter, into SDI to get to your video switcher or to get to your projector. Especially when we're running video over long distances in a church, it's very common. The best way to do that is SDI coax cable. So this really cleans it up, that straight from the computer we can pull the video signal from an SDI BNC connector. Then these USB ports are also very useful, especially if you're going to use this machine maybe to run light key and you want to plug in a USB dongle that only has like a USB-A cable option on it, and you just want to have the additional ports there and not take up all the little ports that are in the back of the Mac Mini itself. The fifth recommendation I have is the Sonnet Duo Moto expansion chassis rack mount solution. It's a very long phrase and description for it, but what it does is, you'll see here, you can actually place the expansion chassis with your PCIe cards, go in the Duo Moto, and then that's going to be rack mountable like what you see here in this photo. And this top photo is the back of the M4 Mac Mini Rack Mac. So we get 3 computers here, and then this is what it looks like when the M4 Mac Minis are racked on top of the Duo Moto right here. What's neat about this configuration, again, when I'm thinking about scalability and a church ministry growing, it allows room for additional computers. Maybe you don't need 3 computers now, but a lot of the full AV installs we do, we have at least 3 computers that we need to run ProPresenter, maybe an audio machine, and then maybe a video switching machine. And we have three computers tends to be a really sweet spot number for most systems. And then you'd have 2 spaces here, maybe 2 of those computers could benefit from using an expansion chassis with a Thunderbolt connection and having that whole host of other input and output devices that I talked about with those PCIe cards. Again, this is pro level stuff. This is not super budget friendly stuff. If you want a very budget friendly ProPresenter setup, just get a base model M4 Mac Mini. Sonnet also makes this $55 Mac Cuff Mini, so you can neatly place it maybe underneath the desk at your workstation, and then you can use the built-in Thunderbolt ports and USB ports on the Mac itself. And this is ideal if maybe you have 1 or 2 displays maximum you're trying to send content to. You're a very small church and you just don't have that demanding of AV systems yet. You could start here and you could scale up over time. But I'm telling you, as someone who's been through the situation of a growing ministry and trying to scale things up and helping a lot of churches grow through this, this is the solution they usually end up at. And because your computer and Thunderbolt expansion chassis are rack mounted, nice and clean in an equipment rack, that's where you need the next device, which is a KVM, which stands for keyboard, video, and mouse. And there's lots of different types of KVMs out there. You have a budget, simple KVM like the AV Access one right here. This is a point-to-point connection from the transmitter end, which is at the computer in the rack. Then you have a receiver end that's going to be at the workstation in your tech booth, and that's going to be where you plug in your keyboard, mouse, and monitor. It's kind of like an extender for your keyboard, mouse, and monitor. Not kind of, it is. It's literally what it says on the KVM. My 7th recommendation is a simple 24-inch LG monitor. It is a 1080p monitor because we are often speccing KVMs that just do 1080p. I've never been in a situation running ProPresenter where I'm like, wow, I really wish I was watching this in 4K or some crazy resolution. It doesn't really have an impact on the performance of the computer or the operator. 1080p is a great value option for this type of setup. My 8th recommendation is the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck's a very powerful device. You can start assigning these buttons to various features within ProPresenter or maybe an ATEM video switcher, or even light key. So it's very handy to have a Stream Deck at the workstation for your Lyrics operator. Number 9, I recommend the Macally keyboard and mouse, and I recommend the large print keyboard. This is the Ergo mouse, and they're relatively inexpensive. The mouse is $20, the keyboard's maybe $70. It's large print, letters, and it's backlit, so it's very easy for someone at a production machine to like see the keyboard and what they're doing. And it's wired. You don't want to have keyboard and mice that require charging or Bluetooth connection, especially when your computer is located somewhere else in a rack. The Bluetooth thing is not going to work really well. You could put a Bluetooth little receiver in the KVM, but just please don't use Bluetooth. Please use USB hardwired connection for your keyboard and mouse. In a production environment, you want to remove as many potential failure points that could become a distraction if some reason a battery dies on a mouse and your operator can't advance slides or click on the right part of ProPresenter.
Alex, I realize we've been working around. Give me your laptop. Type in what work you need to do today, and now it's going to do it all for you. What? Oh my gosh. Wait, that did like 8 hours worth of work for me. Exactly. What the heck? So I can go to the pool now? Yeah. It literally did everything that you told it to do. Wait, it researched it all for you, and it prepared a presentation. It did even better than I would. Exactly. What? It's literally like hiring an employee without hiring an employee. What's it called? It's called Speechify. Oh yeah, that's amazing. I'm gonna use this every day.
And finally, number 10 is the WARZONE monitor stand. It's a lay-flat monitor stand. A lot of people have seen these on the channel and asked about it. It's kind of personal preference. You could also use any great like VESA mount arm on your workstation if you want more flexibility and height for whoever's running it. The lay-flat tilting stand like this one, cool because if you look at an example here, we've got a ProPresenter workstation, and you can see that the monitor's tilted down so the operator can easily just see over it and see what's also going on in the room. Probably not the best ergonomically for someone to be looking down like that, but I'm going to leave that up to you, your personal preference and ergonomics. And the end result should look something like this. You have a very clean tech booth. And not only is the tech booth clean, but you have a robust system that's not going to die on you halfway through a service. ProPresenter is not the most reliable software all the time. In general, though, with the computer specs I just talked about, I rarely have issues mid-service. The only time I've seen issues come up is when I feel like the Mac Mini itself is maybe under-spec'd in the amount of RAM or memory that it has, and that's where if the computer tries to do too much during the middle of service, ProPresenter will probably glitch, you'll have to restart it, and then it works just fine again. So I do think it's better to invest a little bit more for that reliability, and you can talk to your leaders and your pastors about this. It can just be very distracting if something happens in the middle of a service because you have an under-spec'd computer. But I also want to give you the caveat of don't go spending like $10,000 on a computer setup. You can easily go to the Apple Store and spec it out like crazy. That's overkill. I don't think that's being a good steward of resources. The system I presented to you today, it's not cheap. For all these things added together, you're going to be looking at anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000, depending on how you select some of these specific recommendations that I gave you. But remember, you can start on a lower budget, and you don't really need to have all these components immediately. You don't really need to rack mount your computer if it just doesn't make sense for your space, in your budget, and sort of the level of professionalism you're going for. But like I said, for a lot of mid to larger size churches, maybe you have an auditorium of like 300 to 500 people, you're starting to feel the growing pains of the growing ministry, and the AV demands are increasing. People want to have more video feeds going everywhere. They want it to be reliable. That's when you want to explore a more professional solution like this one. Hope you found this video helpful today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more tips for building systems like this for your church. Go to churchfront.com today to learn more about the resources we have for you and sign up to be a premium member. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.